about this Peterborough game? How are you preaching that?
We've got to get back to being hard to beat, solid, competitive.
Players have got to prove something, haven't they?
Of course they are. I said to him yesterday, I said, there's 3 things or 3 or 4 things that players usually play for. It's usually, and it's whatever motivates you. It's usually the money. It's either money. It's either your own personal pride in your profession, or it can be for the club that you're playing for, your fans that you're playing for. Now I've said to them, which one of them it is, if it's none of them, and you don't think you think you're away or this isn't happening, I think there should be always one that's there. That should be your family. So if that's your mum and dad that sat in the stand, or is that your wife and your kids, show them that you've got that. They can say to you, well, listen, my lads or my son has not give up about a fight. And that's what I said to the players yesterday.
You're a bit down on numbers too, aren't you?
Yeah, we've got a couple of bodies back. So we'll see how they all come in. We had a training session yesterday, a training session today. So we'll see how they come in, and we'll pick the side for Saturday. So
who are your doubts at the moment?
Well, Jermaine's just come back in, so I don't know how he could be fit or not fit. Dave Winfield will come back in. Obviously, he's back in training, so we'll have a look at him. Tam's out for the season. Dave Mack's out for the season, so they're a definite no-go.
Okay, that's fine.
You obviously had Alex Fletcher and Noel Flint on the bench on Saturday because partly because of numbers. But in the last 2 games, is there a temptation to perhaps hand out, perhaps particularly the Gillingham game, if unfortunately there's nothing on it, tempted to hand out some debuts or some minutes to some of your younger players? Or
maybe. I think we've got to try and win these 2 games. I think we've got to try and do that. I think it's not a time for blooding kids, loads of them, and they go and get panned, because that ain't going to do them no good. It's not going to do kids no good whatsoever. You can get them on the pitch for a couple of minutes, then great. I'm all for that. But for them to be put in a situation like that, it's not fair to them. It's not fair for their careers neither.